Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be coming out of 1 Kings 17:7-24. The story of Elijah and the widow of Zarephath teaches us the power of obedience, even when things don't add up logically.
First, imagine Elijah's situation. God told him that a widow would provide food for him. Not a wealthy person, not a farmer with plenty to spare, but a poor widow, someone barely scraping by. It didn't make sense, but Elijah trusted God and went to find her. Then we have the widow. Elijah asked her for bread, even though she only had a tiny bit of flour and all left for herself and her son. Imagine being in her shoes on the verge of running out of food, and someone you don't know asks for the little you have left. How would that feel? It probably seemed irrational, even impossible. But she trusted Elijah's words and chose to be obedient, even when it seemed like the worst decision she could make. Both Elijah and the widow had every reason to say, "This doesn't make sense," but because they chose obedience over logic, God provided for them in ways they couldn't have imagined. This story reminds us that obedience to God doesn't always align with what seems practical. Sometimes God asks us to trust Him when we can't see the full picture. Elijah didn't reject the idea of a widow feeding him, and the widow didn't turn away Elijah's request. Their faith in God led to provision and blessing, not just for that moment, but for the future. In the same way, when we choose to follow God's leading, even when it feels like it doesn't make sense, we can trust that He is working things out for our good even if we can't see it right away.
Thanks for watching. If this message resonated with you, please share it with someone who could use the encouragement. Also, don't forget to leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts.